Cheers everybody, welcome back to another beer review, and in this one we have got an Irish stout from an Irish brewery which I've never had a beer from before. Very intrigued and excited about this one because we're off to McCrackens Brewery and we have got a can of McCrackens Black 4.5% ABV Irish stout. Never heard of them before. This was from the Trembling Madness. I should read, it's got a little bit of blurb about them on there. This was £3.50 and it says a full-bodied Irish stout that's robust in flavour and complemented by a generous addition of Nugget and East Kent Golden hops, using the right combination of kilned malted barley and oats to give its jet black colour with smooth mouthfeel. McCrackens is handcrafted at our family-run brewery in the heart of County Armagh, Northern Ireland. We brew in small batches, resulting in quality full-bodied beers. We do not use any artificial preservatives in our products. Our beers are unfiltered, naturally conditioned, vegan friendly. And they're based at Derryall Road, Portadown, County Armagh, Northern Ireland. So it's the Northern Ireland stout, not a Republic of Ireland stout. I'm trying to get a little bit of info about them. I know they do a Pilsner and IPA as well. Like I say, I saw this in Trembling Madness, and it's the first beer when I walked in. And sometimes when you go to Trembling Madness, you see a beer straight away and you know you need to get it, and this was the one. So I thought it was a nitro pour. I don't think it is. Let's crack it open. Could be. I'll try it anyway. You get that roasted malt straight away. And nothing much else. You get a nice roastiness with a hint of maybe percolated coffee behind it. Let's pour it out like you do. And it's a little bit lively, as you can see. I might have to pause this one. We'll let it settle anyway. First of all, this is not a nitro pour. I'll just get this out of the way. I thought it was a nitro pour, so I picked up some nitro stouts with this, but it's not a nitro pour. It's taken a while for it to settle down, but there you have it. Real off-white head. It looks like a very traditional stout. Put it up to the light. Now that is jet black. There's no light through that whatsoever. What a stout should be. So it does, you could compare it to the Guinness Original in a way. That obviously I just twigged because I went into Trembling Madness today, picked up them stouts. St. Patrick's Day is next month. It's obvious why they brought them in, because I did notice how O'Hara's Irish Red was in as well with O'Hara's, so I can see why. It takes a long time for me to twig things. Once you start to realise, hang on a minute, yeah, St. Patrick's Day. So it does look like, a good bona fide stout. Let's get a whiff. Roasted malts, hint of, I'll say, percolated coffee for me. Yeah, it smells pretty decent, what you expect. So I'm going to go in. Cheers, everybody. Northern Ireland stout. Who would have known? This beer, first of all, this beer reminds me why I like Guinness Original over the Guinness Draft. This beer isn't a nitro pour, and it shows in the taste. For me, it just It's not a nitro pour, but it just feels more lively, this beer. More lively in taste, more lively in texture. It just feels fantastic. Again, again. How's he going? Rough mouthfeel, lots of carbonation, hint of coffee, hint of roastedness, slight hint of tobacco on the back end, subtle flavours. But I tell you what, the body of the beer is the winner for me. It's just packed full of roasted notes with coffee, maybe a hint of plain chocolate, but for me it's coffee and roasted notes for me, roasted malts. It packs that beer out perfectly. It's fantastic. It is. Again, again. It's got a little bit of bite to it. It's the mouthfeel which is the killer. It's got a little bit of bite as you go in. You pick up the roastiness, but the carbonation's got a slight bite of bitterness to it, which I find it more thirst quenching, to be honest, than a smooth, and you could say sometimes lackluster nitro stout. You know, that's my opinion, and it reminds me of why I like Guinness Original over the draft. This just feels more lively, more down to earth. Dare I say, more working class. It just does. Going again. 4.5. Yeah, 4.5. It doesn't feel 4.5. Um, when you get a 4.5 or 4.1, dare I say, nitro, it certainly does feel like a 4.1 nitro. Okay, for me, for a nitro stout to work, it has to be about 5%, like the Wensleydale Dark Horizon. That's fantastic nitro stout, 5%. It did it. If you go below that ABV, it goes towards the 4% mark. Nitro stouts feel very thin and not as enjoyable. When you get a stout which isn't nitro, 4.5, it's got them flavours, but the body of the beer doesn't feel thin. And for me, that is why I like them more. And that's why I like the Guinness Original more than the Guinness Draft. And drinking this, it just reminds me of that. It's fantastic stuff. That is really good stuff. Boys and girls, McCrackens Black, cracking. Really good original stout. Love it. I'm going to get some more of that. Would I buy this again? I just told you I'm going to get some more of it. I'm not going to start this review again. It's brilliant stuff. Go out and try it. It just reminds you that what a stout should be without the nitro bollocks. See you on my next one. Beep beep.